in motocross. And also on behalf of David Bailey and his family. As you know, we're here for a special reason, and this is going to be the next chapter in what's already been quite a life. An amazing life on the racetrack, and in my opinion, even more amazing afterwards. I'd like to introduce you to one of my best friends, one of my idols, heroes, and someone who's been pretty fun to work with over the years, Mr. David Bailey.
Partner.
We should start out by, I mean, how many people are in this room that can go pretty fast on a dirt bike?
There's one right there, 5-time world champion. He was pretty fast. And besides my dad, the inspiration for me to race motocross.
No, I saw some of the younger riders that some will see this weekend. Tommy Hahn's here. I saw the Moss brothers. I hadn't met Matt Moss yet, but wherever you are, Jake. And,
hey, while we're on Jake Moss, a few of you know, I've got some laughter, okay? I told you I'd apologize publicly, so here it is. Jake, you know, it was the last race of the year. We were sitting in the back of the semi for 6 hours. We get a little punch drunk, and some stuff came out it shouldn't have, so sorry. But, you know, what we need is a lot more riders like you to charge that hard, so I hope you get better and get back out there and get some results.
Speaking of charging hard right here, Ernesto Fonseca. What's up, Ernie?
Another guy that still charges pretty hard, even though he's in a chair, Ricky James.
Ricky.
First guy to ever win a GP on a Vertimati, Mike Young.
What? We put in a lot of miles together. Mike, first Ricky, we talked, and he wanted to do the Ironman, and I was like, just starting to get better, just getting out of bed, and I went out and rode with him a few times, and I was like, I still got a little left. So it was Ricky James, you know, helping him do the Ironman that got me inspired to go back and do it again last year. And then to put a little more gas on that fire, Mike gave me a call and said, hey, I watched the Ironman coverage, saw what we did with Ricky. I wanted that to be me, man. I don't want to be selfish, but can you help me do that? I want to do the Ironman. So I was like, kind of thinking about doing it myself, and I was like, let's do it. I was hoping he was going to qualify, and maybe I'd come back next year and do it. But like I said, I had a little left in the tank and qualified. Hopefully, he can this year.
Wow. Now, I also noticed one of my personal favorite riders, actually two of them from France, Sebastian Tortelli and Jean-Michel Bale.
Eric and Sylvain Gabors. Couldn't believe to see you guys. Awesome.
I'm going to one-up you on a couple of guys you used to race with. We have 1980 Supercross champion Mike Bell.
Yeah. And as most of you know, I developed a pretty smooth style. I have my dad to thank for that. But Mike was one of the people that I modeled myself after to try to soak things up and throttle control and all that. So Mike, thanks for the inspiration.
I guess I don't want to say he was your nemesis as much as he was your great rival, your lifelong rival, 6-time champion Brock Glover.
You know, when I switched from the 250 class up to the 500, Brock he'd already won a couple titles there, so I trained really hard because I didn't want to be embarrassed. I looked at who was in the class, and we were the cream of the class at the time, and I knew he was going to be so tough to beat that I really worked hard, trained hard, rode a lot, crashed a lot, and when the season started, not only did I have a great bike compared to his, but I kind of overshot on how hard to train and had a great season. So thanks, Brock, for making me get up out of bed and work hard.
One other champion I saw, and I missed him, and I apologize, but John Patrick O'Mara. Johnny O's here.
name, I started laughing. There's so many good memories with Johnny. I don't want to embarrass him. You know, I think he gets a bad rap for some of the stuff he used to do and tear up. And he didn't really ever tear anything up. He rolled the car out front of his house once. And it happened to be insured and everything was dialed. He always got away with things, and I would try to do it and be funny too and get caught. But Johnny was a great training partner. I thought running was boring and riding a bicycle was stupid, and I didn't want to train. When I first won all my titles, I had Jeff Spencer there, and I had a lot of injuries. I wanted to train, but I couldn't because of the injuries. And then Johnny, I'd stay at his house, and he'd come by every morning at about 6:30 or 7 and bang on the door, Bailey! And he'd take off and go running, and I'd watch the Flintstones and stuff because I wasn't into running, didn't even have a pair of running shoes. And then one day I was sitting there going, this is wrong, man. I need to earn this. So I was like, hey, I want to go running. So he took me down to a running place, and we got some shoes. I got a training manual, started writing down everything that I did, and it just blossomed from there. Next thing I know, we were wanting to be triathletes more than motocrossers and stuff. But I had to have a teammate like him that wanted the same thing. And fortunately, we weren't in the same class always, so we could root for each other. But man, it was just awesome to have a guy like him. And I consider him to be my best friend. And even though we don't hang out a lot, he's a great kid.
Now, everyone's probably wondering why Dave Bailey and I are out here in front. And it has to do with an idea that kind of came together with the folks at One Industries and David himself. You know what? I think it'd probably be better if we just showed the movie. Without further ado, this is a film made by my friend Chris Williams.